This is Matt Gonzalez with Mac Rumors with a review of the Otterbox Defender and Commuter Series case for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. Otterbox has made a name for themselves in the ultra-protective case space, and they continue to provide top-notch protection for your new devices. Starting with the Commuter Series, the less protective of the two, we have a two-piece design that comes in a variety of colors. The inside is a soft rubber case to help absorb impact, and the outer shell is a hard protective polycarbonate. It also comes with a screen protector that can be applied separately, and with this you have full protection of the entire phone. The ports on the bottom of the case are closed with a flap to help keep any dust out, and although they work well and fit the slots well, they also make it harder to use the headphones or to plug in a power cord. On the side we have the volume rocker and mute switch, and on the other side is the lock button. These buttons are covered with the rubber case and are relatively easy to press considering the thickness of the case. And around back there's an opening for the Apple logo, which is not protected by anything, and the camera cutout is also wide open. The case fits the phone really well, and because of the different colors available, can be a good way to be protected but still have the phone look good. The case does add a considerable amount of size, but for the amount of protection you're getting, it's still somewhat small. Next up is Otterbox's most popular series, the Otterbox Defender. This case gives you complete protection from pretty much everything except water. It too comes in a multitude of colors and is made up of two parts. The inside is a hard polycarbonate, and that is wrapped with a soft rubber. On the inside of the shell, there's also a bit of foam padding to help against shock if dropped, and the front of the shell also has a built-in screen protector. This does work well for protection, but when actually using the screen you can definitely tell it's there, and there's a fair amount of travel, making your inputs have to be more deliberate than without the protector. The screen protector does cover Touch ID though, so you can still use it while being fully protected. It's not quite as sensitive as using it without the case, of course, but it still works very well and opens 99% of the time. With this case, all the ports are also covered with a flap, and again this helps with protection, but because this is a beefier case, makes using what's underneath them pretty difficult. The buttons are also covered, but unlike with the Commuter Series, these are much harder to press and you really have to be deliberate with them. On the back is a cutout for the Apple logo, but this time it's covered with a clear plastic, and the camera has a cutout with no protection. This is a case that definitely offers a lot of protection, and it will survive most usual drops and quite a bit of abuse. With that protection though, you sacrifice the sleekness of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. This is not a small case by any standard, and although it comes in a multitude of colors, it's really not going to win any fashion awards. Because this case is so thick though, it also has a belt clip available that securely fits the phone so you don't have to continually get it in and out of your pocket. These two cases are great options for those who want a lot of protection for their phones. They're quite bulky and will change the feel of the phone dramatically, but if protection is your number one want, these cases are good options. The Commuter Series comes in at $39 for the 6 and $49 for the iPhone 6 Plus. The Defender comes in at $59 for the 6 and $69 for the 6 Plus, and there's also an option for both of these cases to get different shells and covers in different colors, and these are available at Otterbox.com. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Otterbox Defender and Commuter Series cases. If you did, be sure to hit subscribe so you can see when we upload new videos, and stay tuned to MacRumors.com for more. Again, I'm Matt with Mac Rumors, and we will see you in the next one.